Guys, I told you this was going to happen. I mean, it's huge, but I'm not surprised in the least. I remember getting some comments from some of you guys that, China is never going to allow its people to trade crypto, blah, blah. And I said that this Hong Kong ETF, the Bitcoin ETF, and even the Ethereum ETF, or whatever product for that matter, that's happening in Hong Kong, is pretty much a test bed to see what is capable or what the Bitcoin, all this blockchain stuff is capable of doing, and will eventually get rolled out across the mainland. Now, check this out. This is on cryptodaily.co.uk, but you can find this news elsewhere too. Harvest plans to open Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF to mainland China. Okay, so let me just maximize that a little bit, enlarge that a little bit so you guys can actually see what I'm reading in case you want to read along. There's a lot of shilling going on in that little thing there. All right. Harvest Global Investments, a Chinese fund house and one of the issuers of Hong Kong's first spot Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange traded funds, ETFs, has confirmed plans to potentially open these funds to mainland Chinese investors through the Hong Kong Stock Connect. All right, that's what's important, the Hong Kong Stock Connect. This development could vastly expand the investor base and significantly impact the cryptocurrency market in Asia. That's an understatement. Harvest CEO eyes mainland access for Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs. Currently, Harvest Global offers Bitcoin and Ether ETFs in Hong Kong, with these products enabling direct investment in the respective cryptocurrencies. The possibility of including these ETFs in the ETF Connect scheme, part of the broader Stock Connect initiative launched in 2014 to link Hong Kong with mainland Chinese exchanges, was discussed by Harvest CEO at the Bitcoin Asia conference. Han stated, "We don't rule out applying for our ETFs to be included in the Connect program as long as everything goes smooth and well in the next 2 years. The move to integrate crypto investment into Stock Connect could be a significant step given the previously restricted access to such products for mainland investors. Hong Kong's approach to cryptocurrency regulation has been more open compared to the mainland China, where most commercial crypto activities are banned, but trading and ownership by these individuals remains a gray area legally. Despite the innovative nature of these spot crypto ETFs and their ability to offer direct exposure to cryptocurrencies rather than derivatives or stocks of companies related to digital currencies, the initial trading volumes have been underwhelming compared to the US market." Well, that's expected because there's just a lot more money in the US and a lot of people have access to it and people have been able to trade. We don't have restrictions like we do in China. According to Han, this is partly due to the market's cautious view of Hong Kong's virtual assets policies and its implications for the future of the ETFs, right? Han remarked during a panel at the Bitcoin Asia conference that the local market could potentially double the size of the US products. Double the size of the US products, emphasizing the strategic importance of Hong Kong as a major neutral ground with broader appeal in Asia. He attributed the slow start to various factors, including the market's doubts about Hong Kong's commitment to becoming a crypto hub, stating people are still skeptical about Hong Kong's status as a special administrative region. It's located in China, and many people don't want to see Hong Kong become more successful for whatever reason. Right, I can imagine that. In his discussion, Han also highlighted the competitive advantages of Hong Kong's crypto products, like the possibility for in-kind subscriptions, buying ETFs directly with Bitcoin and Ether, that's interesting, and temporary waiving of management fees to attract investors. These features, along with the potential inclusion in the Stock Connect, are seen as critical to gaining traction and establishing Hong Kong as a key player in the global cryptocurrency market. That's absolutely stunning news, guys. Like I said before, a lot of these products that we're seeing that are being launched in Hong Kong are basically, in and of themselves are bullish because Hong Kong is a relatively, even though being an island, is highly populated and, relatively technologically advanced country. And they're vying to be the hub of cryptocurrencies in Asia. They're not the only ones. There's Japan, there's South Korea, there's even Malaysia, Singapore. Everybody is trying to be like the go-to place. But with mainland China behind them, I think Hong Kong has a great, they're in a great position to be said hub. As Han said in his interview, as I read in the article, there is still a little bit of skepticism because of the relationship between Hong Kong and mainland China. You guys also expressed that in some of my comment sections, saying there's no way the Chinese government is going to allow this kind of freedom. There's too much control by the Chinese government of crypto. But as you can see, there are utilities and possibilities and networks and connections, and more importantly, plans by the people in authority and position to actually start implementing this stuff. Guys, there's a lot of money that's locked up in China at the moment that's looking for a place to go. There's a lot of people who are in deep negative equity in their property, right? Because, they experienced a very fast move into the middle class where a lot of people went into debt to get property. A lot of people, nearly, hundreds of millions of people literally became middle class really quickly, and homeowners, etc. So people are in negative equity that they most definitely won't be able to pay off in their lifetime. And tokenizing their real estate in that country is a huge market that is waiting to happen. And of course, just because we haven't heard much about XRP in that region lately doesn't mean that everyone has suddenly forgotten the deals that they made with Ripple, the relationships that they made with Ripple in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in Dubai, in the general APAC region, the Middle East, and parts of Europe. Just because we don't talk about that anymore doesn't mean those relationships have disappeared. Remember, these organizations, these establishment organizations, move relatively slowly. The deals that they've made 5, 6, maybe even 10 years ago start to materialize this year, next year, the year after. So when that time comes and the floodgates open and the tokenization of real world assets coming from China and other parts of Asia, Japan, Korea, etc., we're going to see an influx of funds into the crypto industry like the world has never seen. Of course, Bitcoin is going to benefit from that directly because of the ETFs, but it's only a matter of time before we see something like an XRP ETF in Hong Kong, and who knows where we're going from there. None of this stuff is financial advice, of course. Do your own research, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.